What's up, guys? It's Wacko welcoming you to our first week of playoffs in EDC Season 12. We're up against Charizard, who I haven't played in like 3 years. Last time he played me, he hacks the shit out of me and beat me. This time he just has a lot of raw power, and it turns out he just wanted to go like hyper offensive mode. He brought Tinkaton defensively, which did well into my team. My team really struggles against steel types, I feel. Especially versus like the 6 I brought. Like, I didn't really have anything. And like, what was my fighting type again? Did I have a fighting type? I don't know. I mean, oh yeah, Pawn. It just doesn't look like a fighting type when I look at it. And I don't think I had my fire type was Hisuian Typhlosion, so Tinkaton was just very good into my team. But we're here with Tornadus running Bleak Wind Storm, Icy Wind, Taunt, and Hammer Arm with Yachi Berry. This is basically like a bait for Chien-Pao. If he's not choice banded, I always live in Ice Skull Crash, and I can just kill with Hammer Arm. I have Icy Wind for Garchomp and like lowering the speed and everything else because he's a really fast team. We have Terapagos with Terra Starstorm, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Rock Polish. It was basically meant to just get a few kills or like one kill or just kind of wall one of his setup mons and revenge kill that pretty much, because that's how I feel like that's like the best use of Terapagos, is like kind of a get out of jail free card. Our Diancie is Terra Fire for the Ice Shards and like Bitter Blade, Ceruledge, as well as like Tinkaton. With Trick Room, Moonblast, Diamond Storm, and Earth Power, we have a defensive Blastoise, which is meant for kind of just general like Chien-Pao, Tinkaton, Garchomp, Ceruledge with Rocky Helmet, Flip Turn, Body Press, Ice Beam, and Rapid Spin. So just like a all-around like utility Blastoise. I thought it was pretty good here. Our Palmont here is... What item are you, actually? I think you're Punching Glove. I think we're Iron Fist Punching Glove. With Ice Punch, Close Combat, Mach Punch, and Knockoff. And our Dragalge, which I got as an idea from Addy, who is one of the big like Wi-Fi YouTubers running Red Card Dragalge with Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, Scald, and Flip Turn. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I wasn't sure who to lead here, so I just led with Terapagos and was like, oh, if he leads like Deoxys, then that's fine. I thought maybe he would lead Dio because I didn't bring a Psychic Resist, and he knows that my Diancie is Terra Fire. So I thought maybe he'd lead like Hazard's Dio with like Psycho Boost. So I led with Terapagos just to get that out, and I'm like, oh, yeah, Mold Breaker Gigaton Hammer is a pretty good idea against Terapagos. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go into Blastoise because I'm expecting the Gigaton. I thought for some reason Gigaton was like a contact move, but it's not. However, he does knock off my Rocky Helmet, which is fine. I'm just going to slope U-turn, which he shows that he has a red card, which is really funny, because I was hoping that my red card Dragalge wouldn't bring in Tinkaton. He sends me into Palmon, which I'm like, I really wish I had Volt Switch on the set. I couldn't fit it. I was really scared here because Close Combat is a roll to kill, according to my damage calc, and it was in his favor to live, so I'm like, I don't want to go for that. I'm just going to go back into Blastoise. He's going to get rocks, so I'm like, okay. Honestly, I thought he'd play rough into my Tinkaton. I'm not really sure why he didn't, because I could have just Close Combat and then like killed it, but it's fine. Tinkaton stays alive, which it has enough chip on it where I'm pretty comfortable with killing it later with Palmont, and I still have a pretty healthy Blastoise. However, I'm going to Rapid Spin right on the Thundurus, revealing that he's actually Chiland Berry for Terapagos, which is really interesting. Maybe he thought he would get a setup sweep with Thundurus here. However, he, I think, thought I would switch out, and I was like, I was pretty fine with sacking Blastoise if I had to. I can go right into Diancie as he's taunt onto my Trick Room, which is really sucky because I almost clicked Diamond Storm there. In hindsight, I really should have just clicked Diamond Storm, but it's fine. I thought I needed to Trick Room, but I know Charizard is like, he loves running Taunt, so I should have seen that coming. I even ran Taunt on my Torn, like, knowing he'd be proud of me if I clicked Taunt versus him, but, yeah. So anyways, he's going to get a Thunderbolt Parrot because Thundurus is an electric dog, apparently. And I always get Thunderbolt Parrot by electric dogs for some reason. And whatever the fuck Tapu Koko is. Actually, this is like the second time I've gotten like hacks by a Thunby. And it really sucks because I get full Parrot. He's going to Thunderbolt again, which pretty much kills my Diancie. I do get the Diamond Storm boost, but it's not going to matter because, yeah, Garchomp's going to come in here. I'm just going to Terra Fire because I didn't bring Serperior. I thought Serperior was kind of iffy in this matchup against Dio Speed and Chien-Pao. I really didn't know like what Terra to bring into that, and like Tinkaton also kind of walled Serperior, so it just felt kind of rough. I'm going to bring in Torn. I'm going to click Icy Wind on the Garchomp. He's going to click Stone Edge, which doesn't kill me because I am pretty defensive. Like, again, I'm trying to take an Icicle Crash from, like, anything but Choice Band on Chien-Pao because I couldn't afford to run enough bulk to live Banded. It's pretty close, though. Like, I could potentially live a Banded Crash. He's going to bring in Tinkaton on my Icy Wind, which is fine. I don't have U-Turn. I'm just going to go into Blastoise as he knocks off again, and then he's going to set up Stealth Rock as I Body Press for about 27%. And I think this is fine because now I'm going to Rapid Spin. He could have went into Ceruledge, and to be honest, going into Ceruledge probably would have been like a good play for him here to spin block me. But yeah, now I'm going to be able to kill Tinkaton with Press, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm in a good spot here. Dio Speed's going to come in as it clicks Meteor Beam. It's going to KO my Blastoise, and then I'm like, okay, so now I go into Trapagos. I eat the Psyshock with Terra Shell. I'm just going to click Terra Starstorm. I don't have Calm Mind on my set. Psyshock doesn't really do that much even after Meteor Beam boost, which kind of shows like Dio is not like the best mon. I'm just going to kill Dio now, and now his Chien-Pao has to reveal whether or not he's Ice Shard, because if he's not Shard, then I just do like 90% with Terra Starstorm. He reveals he's Shard though, however, and now I'm going to go into Palmont. He's going to go into Ceruledge on my Mach Punch, and I'm like, oh shit, I really should have predicted the switch. I was going to predict the Ceruledge to come in and click Knockoff, but then I was like, okay, so then he just gets Weak Armor, and then I can't really hit it with anything other than Knockoff, and I think he's faster, just like puts me in range of Chien-Pao anyways. So I wanted to go for like the kill Chien-Pao here. He's gonna bulk up, Terra Ghost Poltergeist, and it's just gonna knock me out. My own red card's gonna kill me. Now I'm gonna bring in Torn. He's gonna get a huge crit because this crit literally did not kill me anyway. So that really sucked. And at this point, I have to hope that he throws, and I have to hope that I crit him. So I'm gonna go into my Palmont. He's going to Shadow Sneak, which means he didn't throw. I am going to get a crit knockoff, though, which is very nice for the hacks that I got earlier. Chien-Pao's going to come in, and he's just going to click Ice Shard and kill my Palmont, which is very cool. And we're going to lose to Charizard, meaning that we, like, somehow I went, like, 6-3, and I've lost the last 3 games of the season, which kind of sucks, but honestly, I think we had a good showing this season with the team we had. I don't think my team was that great this season. I didn't even really use like any of my low tiers. I used low kicks like twice. I used Golurk once. I used Typhlosion once. This is my second time bringing Dragalge, and Dragalge did nothing. Like, I pretty much had like a 7-mon team. I didn't use Serperior. I didn't really use Metagross that much. Like, my team was Torn, Diancie, Trapagos, Palmont, and like somewhat Blastoise / Metagross, and like that was it. That was my team. Charizard's team was really good though. I think I ranked him number 1 in PRs, maybe. If he wasn't, I probably should have, because I think Chien-Pao is bannable. I think you should ban Chien-Pao in leagues, because that's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I was a little bit upset about the Thunderbolt para into Diancie, as well as the crit into Torn, because Torn always lived that Shadow Sneak. However, the Shadow Sneak crit didn't matter because Bleak Wind would have done under half, and Palmont Knockoff only did about half to Seru, so I'm not really too upset about it. I knew Terrapagos wasn't really gonna win. Diancie and Terrapagos were like the same thing this game. Like, I just wanted them to kill something and kind of annoy him. And same with Dragalge. Like, Dragalge was meant to kill something. It killed something with Draco Meteor, as long as I was able to get off of Draco with the red card. I thought maybe like Volt Switch Thundy would appear, but that turned out differently, obviously. I should have maybe went into Dragalge on the Thundurus after flip turning, maybe, instead of going Diancie. So that was my fault. I think I just assumed he'd go into Tinkaton, and I'd lose momentum there. So I think that's why I didn't go Dragalge. But if I went Dragalge, I probably could have won. I could have won this game, I think, if I went Dragalge. So yeah, I mean, I'm not too mad about it. We did good this season. Honestly, let's like recap our team. So we have Torn. I change my view, maybe. I don't know if you can see this, but you can only see like part of my team. Let's see Draft HQ. We'll click on the scene. Oh, it's already set up for us. So we have Tornadus Therian. We had Terrapagos, Metagross, Serperior with Terra. We had Diancie with Terra. We had Blastoise, Palmont, Low-Kicks. Who's my poison type? Oh, Dragalge. Typhlosion, Hisui, and Golurk. So this was my team. Now, I just clicked on something I wasn't supposed to. So yeah, this was our team. It really wasn't that great, and kind of ignore some of this because my format right now is on SV. It should be on Paldea. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Anyways, so we have Torn T. Torn T came to pretty much every game. By the way, if I saw a difference, because I just moved my computer slightly. I brought Torn to pretty much every game. It was pretty reliable. I feel like it did something in most every game. I wasn't really disappointed by it. I think the only time I was disappointed by Torn was missing Focus Blast on Hiram, like week 4. But like other than that, like I landed a lot of Bleak Wind Storms. I'm pretty happy with its performance as like a knockoff U-turn Pivotmon. Terrapagos was pretty good this season. I think it's gonna end up with 10 kills. It came to, I believe, every game. I think Terrapagos is a mon, like, you should be bringing it to every game. And if you're not bringing it to every game, like, you're kind of throwing. Because it can do something in every game. It gets toxic for, like, defensive stall matchups. It gets, you can rest talk with it. Terra Starstorm just hits everything that isn't Ghost, Rock, or Steel. And you can always just run, like, a coverage move to hit those, usually. Metagross was a little bit disappointing. The last time I used Metagross, I thought the thing, it came to like every game. It got like 3 kills average every game. And this season, like, I think it only got 1 kill. I think it killed a Volcarona, and that was like kind of it. And I feel like it was just kind of death fodder in most of the games I even brought it to. It's not to say that Metagross is a bad mon, it just didn't work well in this team because I feel like I didn't support it super well. Because as you can tell, like my team is very like weak to steel types. Not like weak to steel types, but I kind of struggle against steel a lot. And let's say Metagross just didn't thrive because of it. But yeah, our next member was Superior. Terra Superior was kind of it was an utter disappointment, to be honest. It got 0 kills this season for pretty much a 17-point mon, meaning it was my second most expensive mon for coming to like about 3 games, and all it did was click Glare on a Rillaboom. I think it also got like Leaf Storm chip on a Crocodile like week 1, but that was all it did all season. It did nothing else. I don't even think I clicked Leaf Storm with it like a single time. No, I think I did maybe against E-Hulk, I think, maybe. I don't remember. However, Superior did not do good. Terra Diancie though, Terra Diancie was amazing. It clutched up so many games with me, or for me. Even like, I think its best performance was like the game where I didn't Terrasilize Diancie, and it was versus Jode. And Diancie just kind of claimed 3 mons because Jode just like didn't putt for Diancie very well. So very good showing by Diancie. I will also say Blastoise had a really good showing. Usually when I draft Blastoise, I end up dropping the league, but it showed me that it's actually still like a good defensive mon. I even tried running offensive with it. I wanted to run like Wave Crash. However, it just didn't work because like I had already lost the game at that point, so it's not like Blastoise's fault. If Diancie was not our MVP of the season, I would definitely say Palmont was up there as like my MVP. It got so much on everyone. Like, I think it Thunder Punch parried someone, which is funny because I just complained about a Thunder Punch or a Thunderbolt para. But I got Thunder Punch para. You know, Palmont deserves Thunder Punch paras because no one uses Palmont, and my opponent had like 3 fucking Ubers on his team, so I don't feel bad. But Palmont was the fucking GOAT. Mach Punch is so good on it. Plasma Fists and Close Combat were really good. It's a really good Life Orb mon. It gets Knockoff and Ice Punch. So it like Palmont was super strong, and like I would definitely recommend Palmont to anybody, and I will definitely be trying to draft Palmont again the next time possible. Yeah, low kicks had one good showing. Other than that, I don't think it did much. It was a little bit disappointing damage wise, and there's so many mons that like somehow I got a lot of matchups where it just like things double resisted low kick stabs like Iron Valiant. You know, mons like that, and like low kicks just did nothing. But it did have a good showing against Rhydon. So that's what I can say for it. Dragalge literally clicked Draco Meteor turn 1 of the season for us. I think Dragalge got our first kill, and then I never used Dragalge again after that, which really sucks because I love Dragalge as like a mon. It's a cool design, but it just did not have a good matchup versus anyone, and considering the fact that my team is already struggling against steel types, I was just like not opted to bring Dragalge at all. Our next mon was Typhlosion Hisui, which I think was, if you wanted to say Superior did worse, sure, but Typhlosion pretty much did nothing for me. The most it did was, I think, it did like some chip damage to Amanda Buzz, and then we ended up losing that game. Typhlosion Hisui, it was just too slow. It was too weak to really do anything either. Like, it's just not a good mon. And it's really sad because like it has cool ideas and like cool things it can do. It just doesn't have the tools it needs. I really think Typhlosion Hisui needs like Scorching Sands. And then our last mon is Golurk. I think Golurk got shafted. It was one of those mons where I had it on a lot of my teams, but then I ended up just not bringing it. It was usually in favor of like Palmot or like Metagross, or like remembering, oh, I have a Tornadus Therian, I should probably bring Torn, or oh, I lose to this physical attacker, so I have to bring Blastoise for Metagross. So Golurk just didn't fit on a lot of my teams. If it had Rock Polish, I think it would have been amazing in most of the matchups that I had this season. Unfortunately, it just lost Rock Polish. I could have run like a Blunder Policy set, but it also needed like that damage boost on its item. I literally watched a game yesterday where like Scarf, it might have been Jolly Scarf, but it was still like a Golurk versus the Goldango with Terra Ground, and it still didn't kill Goldango with Earthquake. Like, this mon is kind of weak. I mean, Golurk is cool though, and I will definitely try to use it again, maybe in like low tier or something like that. So yeah, that was our team. I could probably make this into a separate video, but I've already uploaded like 5 videos today, and I'd rather just put this on today as EDC is over with. Obviously I lost, there's no losers bracket or anything. I am mostly satisfied with this team, as much as I feel like I shit on most of them. Like, I will say I had about 5 mons on this team. That being Torn, Terrapagos, Diancie, Palmont, and like Blastoise. Sometimes Metagross showed up and did something, but yeah, it was just like one of those teams where I just brought the same mons every week mostly, and that might be more of like a prepping issue on my side, but I brought whoever I thought was the best, and I brought the best sets on whoever I thought had the best set. So yeah, with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys for more SDS, SS's, triple SDL, I'm just going to call it triple SDL, and MPBA low tier. Yeah, thank you.